She's lying to my face and she doesn't even blink. It's just dinner, Alex, just catching up with an old friend. Old friend. That's what she calls Marcus now. Marcus, who texted her at 2 a.m. last Tuesday. Marcus, whose name makes her smile at her phone like I haven't seen her smile at me in 2 years. Okay, I say. My voice is flat, dead. Have fun. Emma stops mid-motion, her earring halfway in. Really? You're not going to make this a thing? Why would I? I turn back to my laptop, fingers hovering over keys I'm not actually typing on. You said it's just dinner. She stares at me for 3 seconds, 4 or 5. Then she laughs, nervous, uncertain. Right, okay, I'll be home by 10. The door clicks shut. I count to 30. Then I grab my phone. Bistro Laurent. She made the reservation under her maiden name. I would have never known if I hadn't checked the credit card statement yesterday. My wife, so careful about hiding her texts, so careless about everything else. I call the restaurant. Hi, I need a table for one tonight. 8 o'clock. Quiet corner if possible. The hostess hesitates. We're fully booked, sir. I smile into the phone. Table 12. My wife reserved it. Emma Winters. I'm sure you can find something nearby. Silence. Then, we have table 9 available. Across the room. Perfect, I arrive first. Dark corner booth with clear sight lines to table 12. I order scotch I won't drink and position my phone against the salt shaker. Camera angled just right. Restaurant ambiance is low, romantic, designed for secrets. They arrive separately, she's learning, but their hug lasts 4 seconds too long. His hand slides down her back. Familiar, possessive. She leans into it. I hit record. They sit. She touches her hair the way she used to touch it for me. Back when I still made her nervous in the good way. He leans forward. She leans forward. Their knees touch under the table. I zoom in. The waiter brings wine. They toast. To what I can't hear but Emma's laugh. God, that laugh. It cuts through the ambient noise like a knife finding space between ribs. Marcus reaches across the table, takes her hand. She doesn't pull away. My phone captures it all. Every smile. Every lie. Every moment she's choosing him while wearing the ring I gave her. They order appetizers. They share them. His fork, her mouth, intimate, easy, practiced. At 9:15, he says something that makes her face change. Serious now. She nods again. Then she's crying and he's wiping her tears with his thumb, and I realize, this isn't just an affair, this is goodbye to me. Marcus signals for the check. Emma excuses herself to the bathroom. The moment she's gone, he pulls out his phone, typing fast. Smiling, my phone buzzes. I glance down at the message from my private investigator. Confirmed. Marcus booked 2 tickets to Barcelona. Tomorrow morning. Both names on the reservation. I watch Marcus sign the check with my wife's credit card. Watch him stand, stretch, check his reflection in the dark window. He looks satisfied. Victorious. Emma returns, purse clutched tight. They walk out together, his hand on the small of her back, guiding her toward a future that doesn't include me. I sit in the dark for another 5 minutes. Finish my scotch, transfer the video to my laptop, to the cloud, to everywhere that matters, then I call my attorney. David? It's Alex, I need you to prepare the papers tonight. I'll be at your office in 20 minutes. You sure about this? I watch the video again. Emma's hand in Marcus's, her smile, her lies. Yeah, I say. I'm sure. I arrive home before she does. The house is dark except for the living room, where I've set up the projector. Divorce papers on the coffee table. Pen beside them. Video queued up and ready. At 10:03, her key turns in the lock. Alex? Her voice is soft, guilty. You still up? In here. She rounds the corner and I see her face change when she notices the setup. The projected image frozen on the screen, her and Marcus mid-toast. What is this? I press play. She goes white. Not pale, white, like I've drained every ounce of blood from her body with a single button press. Alex, I can explain? I pause the video. Her face mid-laugh fills the screen, happy. More happy than I've made her in months, maybe years. Please explain. Emma's purse slides off her shoulder, hits the floor. She doesn't pick it up. You followed me. I didn't follow you. I joined you. Same restaurant. Same night. You just didn't notice because you were too busy planning our divorce. Her eyes snap to mine. What? I toss my phone to her. She catches it instinctively. Check the messages, she scrolls. I watch her face as she reads the PI report. The flight confirmation. The hotel reservation in Barcelona. 5 nights. Couple sweet, that's not. Her voice cracks. I didn't know about the tickets. But you knew about everything else. She sinks onto the arm of the couch, still holding my phone. The video plays on in the background. Silent accusations in high definition. How long? I ask. Alec, how long, Emma? 3 months, whispered. It started at Rachel's wedding. He was there. You weren't. You were working. You're always working. So this is my fault. No. She looks up and there are tears now, but they don't move me. No, this is my fault. I forgot what it felt like. To be seen, to be wanted, I laugh. It sounds like breaking glass. I see you. I've always seen you. You see your wife. The role, not me. Marcus sees me. Marcus sees an escape route, and you're his ticket. She flinches. That's not true. I walk to the coffee table, pick up the divorce papers. Sign them. What? You want out? Here's your exit. Clean break. I'll give you the house, half of everything. No contest. You can have your Barcelona fantasy. Emma stares at the papers like they're written in a foreign language. You can't just... We need to talk about this. We are talking about this. I'm talking. You're deciding. I hold out the pen. Sign. I need time. You've had 3 months. Alex, please. My phone rings in her hand. She looks down. Her face changes again. Confusion, then fear. It's Marcus, she whispers. Answer it. What? Answer the phone. Her hand shakes as she swipes. Puts it on speaker. Emma? Marcus's voice fills the room. Warm, concerned. Hey, you okay? You left kind of fast. She opens her mouth. Nothing comes out, Emma? She's here, I say, with me. Her husband. Silence. Then, shit. Yeah, shit. I take the phone from Emma's frozen hand. Marcus, Alex, we should talk. Look, man, I don't want any trouble. Neither do I. That's why I'm offering you a deal. Emma grabs my arm. Alex, what are you doing? I ignore her. Here's what's going to happen, Marcus. You're going to tell Emma the truth. About the tickets. About Barcelona. About your plan. I don't know what You booked 2 tickets to Barcelona. Tomorrow morning. You were going to tell her tonight, weren't you? After dinner. Big romantic gesture. Run away with me. Start over. Leave your husband in the dust. More silence. Tell her, I say. Or I will. Emma. Marcus's voice shifts. Softer now. It was supposed to be a surprise. She backs away from me, from the phone, from all of it. You booked tickets? Without asking me? I thought you wanted this. You said you were done. You said your marriage was over. I said I was unhappy. That's not the same as... She stops. Looks at me. I never said I was leaving. But you were thinking it, I say. Every time he touched you. Every time you lied to me. You were halfway out the door. She doesn't deny it. Marcus's voice crackles through the speaker. Emma, I love you. I've always loved you. Even when you married him, Stop, she whispers. I waited. I waited for you to remember, to come back to me. I need to go. Emma, wait, she ends the call. The room goes silent except for the video still playing on the screen. Us. Them. The life she chose over ours. Sign the papers, I say again. She picks up the pen, hovers over the signature line, then she puts it down. No. No? Emma straightens. Something shifts in her posture. In her eyes. I'm not signing. I stare at her. You're having an affair. You were planning to leave. What exactly are you saying no to? This, she gestures at the setup. The video. The papers. The performance. You ambushed me, filmed me. Prepared divorce papers before we even talked. This isn't a conversation, Alex, it's a trap. A trap you walked into. Yes, I did. And I'm wrong. I'm so completely wrong. She steps closer. But so are you. The words hit different than I expect. I want to dismiss them. Can't, I cheated on you, she continues. I lied. I let Marcus believe there was a future. But you've been planning this. How long have you known? 2 weeks. 2 weeks. She laughs, bitter. 2 weeks you've been watching me. Recording me. Setting me up. Did you ever think about just asking me? Confronting me? Fighting for us? You made your choice, did I? Because from where I'm standing, you made the choice for me. You decided we were over the second you found those texts. You didn't give me a chance to choose you. You were choosing him every time you kissed me and thought about him. Every time you said you loved me and texted him instead. You're right. Her voice breaks. But you've been choosing your rage over me. Your need to be right, to win, to have the perfect revenge moment. You wanted to catch me, to have proof, to break me exactly like this. I open my mouth. Close it. She picks up the divorce papers, reads them. You offered me the house. Half of everything. No contest, she looks up. Why? Because I'm not a monster. No, you're worse. You're a martyr. The perfect wounded husband who's being so generous, so noble in his suffering. She drops the papers. You want me to be the villain. It's easier that way. You don't have to look at why I felt so alone. I turned to someone else. I worked hard. For us, I know. But you worked hard for the idea of us. The future, the plan. Not for me. Not for the actual person standing in front of you every day. Disappearing a little more. The projection flickers. Battery dying. The video loops back to the beginning. Emma and Marcus arriving. The hug. The beginning of the end. I can't watch this anymore, she says. She walks to the projector. Unplugs it, darkness, just us and the streetlight through the window. I don't love him, Emma says quietly. I thought I did. Or I wanted to. But tonight, when he told me about Barcelona, all I felt was panic. Not excitement, not relief, panic. Because you got caught. Because I realized I don't want to run away. I want to fix what's broken here. It's too late, is it? She sits beside me, not touching. Close enough that I can smell her perfume, the one I bought her for Christmas. You could have served me papers 2 weeks ago, at work. Through a lawyer, clean, clinical, but you did this instead. The restaurant. The recording. The confrontation. Why? I don't answer. You wanted me to see it. To face it. To feel what you felt. Her hand hovers near mine. That's not someone who's done. That's someone who's angry because they still care. Don't what? Tell the truth? You've been collecting evidence like it's ammunition. But ammunition for what, Alex? If you really wanted out, you'd be gone. You'd have moved on. But you're here. In our house. With divorce papers you can't make me sign. Watching footage of me with another man like you're torturing yourself. You don't get to analyze me. Why not? You've been analyzing me for 2 weeks. Every text. Every smile. Every lie. She finally takes my hand. I hate what I did. I hate who I became. But I hate this more. Us weaponizing our pain instead of healing it. My phone buzzes. Text from an unknown number. This is Marcus. I'm sorry. About everything. She was planning to leave tonight. Said she'd tell you after dinner. I had the tickets ready. But she didn't show at the meeting point. Called her 15 times. I think she went home to you instead. I stare at the screen. Read it again. Emma sees it. That's not true. He says you were planning to leave. That you had a meeting point. I wasn't. She stops. Okay. He asked me to meet him. After dinner. Said he had something to show me. But I didn't go. I came home. Why? Because I was scared. Because when it was real, when it was actually happening, I couldn't do it. I couldn't leave you. I pull my hand away. You couldn't leave me, or you couldn't leave the life we built. Both, maybe, I don't know. She's crying now. Real crying. Ugly and honest. I don't have good answers, Alex. I'm a mess. I've been a mess for a year. And instead of telling you, I found someone who made me feel not mess for a few hours at a time. Another text from Marcus. Tell her I'm sorry. Tell her I love her. Tell her the offer stands if she changes her mind. I show Emma. She reads it. Then she takes my phone and types back, "Don't contact me again." Ever sends it. Blocks the number. Hands me back the phone. There, she says. Choice made. We sit in the dark living room.
Divorce papers between us.
Video evidence still loaded on my laptop. Marriage in pieces around our feet. I don't know if I can forgive this, I say. I know. I don't know if I can trust you again. I know. So what do we do? Emma picks up the unsigned papers. Tears them in half. We start there. 3 days pass. We live like ghosts in our own house. Emma sleeps in the guest room. I barely sleep at all. We move around each other with careful distance, speaking only when necessary. The torn divorce papers stay on the coffee table. Neither of us throws them away. On the 4th day, she breaks. I'm in the kitchen making coffee I won't drink when she appears in the doorway. She's wearing my old college sweatshirt, hair unbrushed, eyes red. I need to tell you everything, she says. I don't want to hear it. Too bad. You wanted the truth? I'm giving it to you. She sits at the kitchen table, waits. I stay standing, but I don't leave. It started innocently. That's what everyone says, right? But it's true. Rachel's wedding. You were in Dubai for that merger. I went alone. Sat alone at the couple's table. Pretended I was fine while everyone asked where you were. Marcus was there. Recently divorced, we talked. Just talked, I gripped the counter. He reminded me of college, when things were simple. When we were simple. Before mortgages and careers and schedules that don't align. She looks down. He asked if I was happy. And I said yes. But he saw through it. Said, "You always touch your ring when you lie." I notice her hand. She's doing it now. Spinning the wedding band. We exchanged numbers. Just as friends. Old friends catching up. That's what I told myself. For 2 weeks it was innocent. Then you forgot our anniversary? I didn't forget. I was in meetings. You forgot, Alex. You texted me at 11 p.m. with an apology and a promise to make it up to me. Like it was a dentist appointment you'd rescheduled. Her voice stays level. I called Marcus that night, crying. He drove 2 hours to have coffee with me, listened, didn't judge. Didn't fix, just saw me. So you fell in love with him? No. I fell in love with how he made me feel. There's a difference. She finally looks at me. I knew it was wrong. Every text, every coffee, every time I deleted our conversations, I knew. But I was so lonely, Alex, lonely in my own marriage, and loneliness makes you justify terrible things. When did it become physical? She flinches. 6 weeks ago. His apartment. I told you I was at a book club. There is no book club. There is. I just stopped going 3 months ago. She stands, paces. I drove to his place thinking I'd end it. That I'd tell him we needed to stop. But he opened the door and looked at me like I was the only thing that mattered in the world, and Her voice breaks. I let him kiss me. And then I kissed him back. And then we were in his bed and I was crying the whole time because I knew I was destroying everything. I close my eyes. The image burns anyway. I left, came home. You were asleep on the couch with your laptop. Hadn't even noticed I was gone. She laughs hollow. I stood there watching you sleep and I thought, this is my life. This is what we've become. 2 people who barely notice each other anymore. So you kept seeing him? Yes. Because it was easier than facing this. Than facing us. She moves closer. The Barcelona trip? I didn't know. That night at dinner he told me he loved me. That he'd been planning a life for us. And I panicked. Because I realized I didn't want a life with him. I wanted my life with you to be different. But you didn't come clean. You came home and lied. I came home to tell you. I was going to tell you everything. But then I walked in and saw the projection, the papers, the trap you'd set, and She stops. I got defensive. Instead of telling you the truth, I fought back. Made it about you, about us. Anything to avoid taking full responsibility. The coffee maker beeps. Neither of us moves. Marcus texted me, she says, after I blocked him. From a different number. Said he was leaving for Barcelona anyway. Alone. Said he'd wait for me there for 3 days if I changed my mind. Did you? What? Change your mind? No, but I thought about it. She meets my eyes. I thought about how easy it would be. To just leave. Start over. Pretend these 8 years didn't happen. But I can't unknow you, Alex. I can't unfeel this. Even broken, even ruined, this is still the realest thing I've ever had. I turn away. Stare out the window. I looked at your phone. Before I knew about Marcus, back in February, you left it on the counter and it lit up with a text. I didn't read it, but I thought about it. About what it meant that I wanted to. Alex, we've been dying for a while. Both of us. Too scared to admit it. Too stubborn to let go. You found an escape. I found evidence. Different methods, same result, so what now? I finally turn around. Now you tell me the one thing I need to know. Anything. If I hadn't caught you. If there was no video, no papers, no confrontation. If I'd stayed oblivious, would you still be with him? Emma opens her mouth, closes it. The silence stretches. I don't know, she finally says. And that's the truth. The words settle between us, heavy, final. Get out, I say quietly. What? Get out. Pack a bag. Go stay with your sister. We need space. Real space. Not this ghost house bullshit where we torture each other with proximity. Alex, we can't do anything right now except hurt each other more. So go, we'll figure out the rest later. She doesn't move. Is this it? Are we over? I don't know. And that's my truth, she nods. Leaves the kitchen. I hear her upstairs moving through rooms, gathering pieces of her life. 30 minutes later, she appears with a suitcase. I love you, she says from the doorway. I need you to know that. Even if you don't believe it. I don't respond. She leaves. The house feels enormous and empty. I sit at the kitchen table in the chair she just vacated. Notice her coffee cup half full, lipstick stain on the rim. My phone buzzes. Email from David, my attorney. Papers are ready when you are. Just say the word. I stare at the message. At the cursor blinking. Waiting. I type. Not yet. Then I delete it. Type. Send them. Delete that too. Finally. I'll let you know. Hit send. I pick up Emma's coffee cup. Still warm. I pour it down the sink, watching the dark liquid spiral and disappear. The house is silent except for the sound of my breathing. And somewhere, just beneath that, the sound of everything we built finally breaking apart. Two weeks later, Marcus calls. Not Emma. Marcus. I almost don't answer. Then I do. Before you hang up, he says quickly, just listen, please. I say nothing. I'm in Barcelona, alone, like an idiot. And I need to tell you something. He pauses. Emma never loved me. I knew that. Deep down, I always knew that. But I wanted her anyway. Wanted to believe I could be the person who saved her from whatever was missing in your marriage. Ego, selfishness. Call it what you want. Why are you telling me this? Because she called me. Last night. 3 a.m. her time, drunk, crying. Said she made the worst mistake of her life and it wasn't the affair. It was letting you think you were the problem. I sit down. She said you were planning the perfect revenge. The big reveal. The gotcha moment. But when it came down to it, you couldn't pull the trigger. Couldn't actually end it. Because despite everything, despite the evidence and the hurt and the betrayal, you still love her. He laughs, bitter. Do you know how rare that is? Most people would have served those papers the second they found out. But you gave her a choice. Even when she didn't deserve one. I didn't give her anything. I set a trap. No, you set a test. And she failed it. But you still let her walk away instead of destroying her. That's not revenge. That's... He trails off. I don't know what that is. But it's not what I would have done. What would you have done? Made her sign. Made her hurt the way I hurt. Made her pay. Silence. I'm not a good person. I think you know that. But Emma thought I was. Thought I was this romantic alternative to her boring workaholic husband. She built a fantasy around me because it was easier than fixing reality with you. And now I'm alone in Barcelona, and she's alone in her sister's apartment, and you're alone in whatever house you're sitting in. We're all paying for our shit. He exhales. I'm calling because she asked me to. Said you wouldn't take her calls, wouldn't read her messages. Asked if I could get through to you. Why would you do that? Because I owe you. Because I helped blow up your marriage. Because maybe if you two actually talk, really talk, one of us doesn't have to feel like a complete piece of shit forever. I almost laugh. You want me to forgive you? No, I want you to talk to your wife. Forgive her or don't, stay or go. But don't let this end with silence. You both deserve better than that. The line goes quiet. I think he's hung up. Then, for what it's worth, she loves you. She's bad at showing it, and I took advantage of that. But she loves you. The real you. Not the fantasy version I got to be. He clears his throat. I'm sorry, truly, I hope you find whatever you're looking for. He hangs up. I sit in the empty house. Our house. The one we bought together 3 years ago. Too big for two people, we said. We'll grow into it. Fill it with noise and chaos and life. It's still too big. Still empty. My phone lights up. Text from Emma. I know Marcus called. You don't have to respond. But if you're willing to talk, I'll be at the coffee shop where we had our first date. Tomorrow, 3 p.m., I'll wait. I don't respond. The next day at 2:45, I'm still sitting in my car outside Brewhaven. The place looks the same. Same crooked awning, same chalk menu board, same table in the corner where Emma spilled her latte on my laptop 7 years ago. She's already inside. I can see her through the window. 2 coffees on the table, waiting. I could drive away, file the papers, start over clean. It would be easier, simpler, I'd be justified. But Marcus was right. I never wanted simple. I wanted her. I walk inside. She sees me, stands, sits, stands again. Hi, she says. Hi. I got you a coffee. Black. 2 sugars. You remembered. I remember everything. She pushes the cup toward me. Sit, please. I sit. We don't speak for a long moment. Just two people who destroyed each other, trying to figure out if there's anything left to save. I'm not here to beg, Emma finally says. I'm here to tell you what I should have said that night. I cheated, I lied. I hurt you in the worst possible way, and I don't have a good excuse. Just reasons, bad ones, but reasons. I'm listening. I was lonely, but that's not your fault. I chose not to tell you, chose the affair over honesty, chose easy over hard, and when you caught me, I made it about your revenge instead of my betrayal. She looks down. You deserved better than that. Better than me, maybe. Maybe. She flinches. I don't take it back. But I wasn't innocent either, I continue. I knew we were struggling. I saw you pulling away, and instead of fighting for you, I let work become the excuse. Let distance become normal. When I found those texts, part of me was almost relieved. Because it meant I was right. You were the problem. I could be the victim. Alex, we failed each other, Emma. Different ways. Same result. She nods slowly. So what now? Now we decide if we're done failing or if we're done trying. Which do you want? I look at her. Really look. At the woman I married. The one who's imperfect and broken and human. The one who makes terrible choices and owns them. The one who's sitting here terrified I'll walk away but showing up anyway. I want to hate you, I say. I want the story to be simple. You're the villain, I'm the hero, we go our separate ways. But I can't. Because I know who you were before you were this. And I know who I became that helped push you here. And I keep thinking, if we can see each other this clearly in the worst moment, maybe we could see each other in better ones too. Emma's eyes fill. Are you saying? I'm saying I don't want to sign the papers. Not yet, not until we try. Really try. Therapy, honesty, all the hard shit we've been avoiding. I reach across the table. But if you lie to me again, if you even think about running, I'm done. No second chances. No dramatic reveals. Just done. She takes my hand. I won't, I promise. Don't promise. Just do it. We sit in that coffee shop until closing. Talking. Crying. Starting the brutal work of rebuilding trust from rubble. 6 months later, we're still trying. Some days are good. Some days I can't look at her without seeing Marcus. Some days she flinches when I'm late, thinking I'm building another case against her. But we're trying. And on the good days, when we laugh over breakfast or touch without hesitation or remember why we fell in love in the first place, it almost feels like enough. Marcus never contacted us again. Heard through mutual friends he moved to Seattle. Found someone new. Good for him, maybe. The divorce papers are in a drawer, unsigned, unfiled. Not forgotten, but not active either. We keep them as a reminder of who we were, who we almost became, and who we're choosing to be instead. Some stories don't end clean. Some people don't get redemption or ruin. Some of us just get the messy, complicated truth. Love isn't always enough. But sometimes if you're both willing to do the work, it's enough to start with. I look at Emma across our too big house, the one we're finally filling with noise and life and hard-won hope. She catches me staring. What? Nothing, just, glad you stayed. She smiles. The real one. Not the one she gave Marcus or the careful one she gives therapists. Me too. And for today, that's enough.